Hello, my name is Paul Kelly, and this is the application that I've made in processing to promote the course Multimedia Web Development at DKIT that I'm currently in fourth year of this course. As just to begin here at the top, we have our DKIT logo, which I've loaded in. It's actually an SVG, not a JPEG or PNG, so it has to come in the shape tag. To the right here, I have the turbine windmill, which is a representative of the college. Moving on down, I've added a tagline here on the home page. You roll over your buttons, you get highlighted with a different colour, and then we have a radio advert section here. Down at the bottom we have our home button and our course details button. So just to go back here, I'll just show the promotional video. By clicking this here button, it takes you to an external link on YouTube.
Hello and welcome to Dundalk Institute of Technology.
Located in the heart of the northeast.
So that's the promotional video that the college has themselves. It's up on YouTube. In this section here, I've added a radio advertisement, so for the sound element of this project. So I'll just play it through. Successful careers require great education, and when it comes to education, there is only one institution that prepares you for careers of the future. At Dundalk Institute of Technology, you can train for the most lucrative careers of tomorrow, such as web development, creative technology and applications programming, by enrolling in our Bachelor of Science Honours degree in Multimedia Web Development. DKIT, success starts here. So when the advertisement is actually stopped, you can actually replay it pressing this button, or you can stop it. Moving on, we can either access the course details via this button here or this graduation cap. So we're taken to this page here, which is sort of like an entry point for all the details. I've added an image slider here at the top which cycles through 3 different images. This headline text tells you the name of the course and the course number. Then we have 4 buttons here. As you roll over them, they all change colour. Just to click into this one here about the program takes you to a page that'll give you details about this program and the career opportunities. Going back to that page, go into the program details page, and it'll give you information in textual form about all the things that you can do in the course. Going back, we're taken to the entry details page, and this sets out what you need to achieve to get accepted onto the course. Going back once more, you can go for further information, and it gives you some details about the module streams and the different modules that you'll be studying. So once you go back here, we can go to the home page, and we're back at the beginning again. So just to jump in to show some code, DK app is my main page, and this is where I've loaded in the different pieces. So the shape is just the logo. I've put in 2 different fonts, a font Lato Regular and Lato Bold, and this font here is Font Awesome, so this gets the shapes on the play, stop and repeat buttons. Then we have our waveform image, which is this here, and the blade image and the blade base are to do with the turbine. I've imported the sound file and then initialized all the buttons that I use on this page. In our main setup, we can see just above this here that I call this view number 1, and this is to do with the buttons and the different states, the different pages on the thing. So this here would be view 2, I think. So in our main setup, we load in our logo, our waveform image, and our turbine images, and then our fonts, and then we just set our text font to whichever one we want to use. This saved millis is to do with the image slider, and the millis function calculates starts running once you start running the program, and it calculates the amount of time that has elapsed since the program has started running. And this loop here loads in the images for the slider. I'll go on to that later. Moving along, we have all the buttons that we have on our home page. They're brought in, and your play and your stop button for the advert, and then the home and the course button here at the bottom. I use different button classes here than just a normal button class, just to get the symbols on. So they're basically the same apart from the text fonts that you used. The sound file is loaded in, which is promopiece.mp3, and the wavy line controls has to be declared in the setup. So this here. It can be changed to different heights and speeds in its own function. Then our draw function here, which is pretty small overall, so because I've split everything out into their own functions and tabs. View on, which is this home page, you're calling in our index page, so the home page, our audio file, which is here, our turbine images, and these two, calc wave and render wave, are to do with the turbine. And if the view was number 2, then we're calling in the function that controls the courses page. The view 3 is the about page. View 4 is the details page. View 5 is the entry requirements page, and view 6 is the information page. So I'll just move through some of these tabs here in order, and I'll try to explain some of the code. This is the audio file, and it controls just the buttons that you're declaring your buttons here, and just the size and the positioning of the text. So I just put the text down here, radio advertisement, and called it back in here into the audio file. So when you call it in here, you only have to call that function. So this is the button class, and this controls all the normal buttons that we have. So you'll notice that when button and button font awesome, really the only change that I made was down here. The rest of them are the same. So I wanted to use the font awesome text on the button font awesome. The image slider is an array, so you load in your 3 images, or as many as you want, and then this is where the millis function comes back in, and it's used to calculate the amount of time that has elapsed. So it cycles through the images, and this here is used just for positioning on the screen. This is the index page. So anything that's basically on the inner part of the page here is declared in. So we're displaying all our buttons that we want, our logo, and just are some of our headline text. The about page is just all the text for it. The course page is this page here. So what we're doing is we're loading in all our buttons and putting the headline text and calling in the image slider. So it's a separate function of its own, and it's called in on this page, and then this page is called in here on its own view. The entry and the details and the information page are all basically the same, just the really text and the positioning of elements. The mouse events is really an important page because it takes your mouse pressed events and it adds and takes away the event on the mouse each time that you click, and if this isn't done, then you end up with a lot of problems, which I found out early on in the process. So if the home button is pressed, it will take you to the view on, which is here, which is the index page or the front page. The courses button was pressed, it'll take you to view 2. If the video button is pressed, it takes you to the list link, which is the YouTube link. and the about button is view 3, the details button is view 4, the entry button is view 5, the information button, it takes you to view 6, and then the course details page, which is this one here, is the graduation hat. I also set it to view 2, so it'll go to the courses page here. This little if statement here controls the sound file button, so if the play button is pressed, then file play, stop is file stop, and the file loop is replays the radio advert. And this mouse released events, you have to, every button that you use, that you have to release the event that was on that to make everything work properly. And just moving on to the turbine, it's for a very little bit, a small amount of code, you get a lot of a good effect. So I did all the transformations just in this little part here. So after the images were loaded in up here, or here, sorry, that I translated them over. I pushed the matrix first and then translated them over to the right hand side of the screen, and then scaled them up slightly just to make them a little bit bigger. So then it displays the base image, and then it displays the blade image, and to rotate the blade image you have to put it be above the what you want to affect, and the use of the radians function and the frame count. So the frame count is it rotates at 60 times per second because the draw method is 60. I can simply change this by doing anything like that there, and it'll make plays go a lot faster. So we're more of a slower speed now, and then we once we're finished doing our transformation, we just pop the matrix back to normal. Then just finally, just to show some of the code for the wavy line, which is a lot of these are above me, but I can understand what's going on, and the draw the wavy line, and by manipulating the values here you can have some nice effects.